Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming, where today, as the title suggests, I'll be covering the newest Korrupt Zombies update. They've added the FN Fal, some new ways to help you grind, and they even did some weapon rebalancing. As always, I'm going to cover a few of the highlights here, and yes, I'll even be covering the R8 Revolver as well. But before we get started, please don't hesitate to hit that like button should you find this video helpful, and definitely consider subscribing. Also, make sure you join the Korrupt Discord. The link is in the description box below, as well as my own Discord, Twitch, and Twitter. Alright guys, let's get started. First up is the new FN Fal. It's a fully automatic marksman rifle and what is probably my newest favorite gun in Korrupt. It carries 20 in the magazine and 200 in reserves. A few key things to note on this gun are that it boasts 500 in fire rate, has little to no recoil, and has 125 for damage. Now of course, with the right attachments you can make this gun even better. You can get more damage, more movement speed, faster aiming down sights, and most importantly, more ammunition. When packing this gun, it becomes the rejuvenated slaughterhouse. And because I have mule kick fully maxed out, you get 30 in the magazine and 640 in reserves. So let's see this gun in action. As I mentioned before, this is my newest favorite gun in the game. It's really just that good, and I highly advise everyone to add this weapon to their loadout. The damage from this gun is still effective even at round 90 on hardcore. You couldn't ask for a better weapon to be added to the game, honestly. And by the way, just a reminder again, I am fully maxed out on all upgrades, so keep that in mind as your experience may vary. So with every update that a new weapon has been introduced, the max level cap has been increased. With that being said, this update increased the new level to 73. With each level increase, you get to unlock the new camos at 71 and 54, and you can unlock the new banners at 72 and 55. If you haven't checked those out, here's the new Smite camo here on my AK-47. Now I have to say that I wasn't a huge fan of the Smite camo. It's alright, but it's grown on me a little bit. Maybe because the skin probably shouldn't cover the whole gun, but that's just my take. And here's how to access the newly added prismatic diamonds and Smite banners. If you go up to the top underneath career, and then select profile, you'll notice that all of the banners will be listed underneath your name. Next up is the most game-changing feature that's been introduced in this update. This is the best time to grind without double experience weekends because you now gain double the experience from killing zombies. On top of that, the daily challenges now awards 20% of the experience required to level up, and that's 20% for each challenge. So these 4 challenges will give you 80% of the experience required when they're all completed. And finally, completing all daily challenges now awards 40% of the experience required to level up. So what does this all really mean? It simply means that grinding is much easier now. By the way, make sure you check out my grinding guide for Korrupt when it comes out. It should be out within the next few days or so. So with all the levels of experience being improved in this update, I think I found a potential bug and I wonder if any of you guys have witnessed it. During my run last night, I noticed that the daily challenges kept resetting after I performed each one. For example, here on round 31, I was able to complete both the Molotov and Lethal Utility challenge, which allowed me to level up. Okay, fine. But then, I paused the game on the following round and all of my dailies have been reset. I'm like, surely the game won't let me get it again, or will it? Let's see. On round 36, I completed the same Lethal Utility challenge, getting an additional 20% experience. So let me quickly put this into perspective. I jumped 4 levels to max out the level cap in 80 rounds on hardcore. That took me about an hour and a half, give or take. And that's really because I was pausing the game and researching things. I'm sure that caused the time to be slightly skewed, but you guys see what I'm talking about. I'm sure that the daily challenges were broken, and I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy for reporting this, but it's the right thing to do. So included in this update, the Pentagon Thief is now apparently as strong as a bull. Killing him won't be as easy as his health now scales from the second time he appears and beyond. So ultimately, be careful. Now there are things that you can do if you don't have enough levels to take advantage of the upgrades, like give yourself a lot of distance between the two of you when he arrives. Or use power-ups like Insta-Kill, Death Machine, or a nuke. And finally, you can even use the electric trap upstairs. Actually, the truth is it doesn't even work, and I did try.
Those are really big glasses?
And the last topic that I want to bring up before I jump to the R8 Revolver is weapon rebalancing. In the last Revolver update, the M107A1 damage was reduced to 175 and now it's been increased to 200. Yeah, I personally thought that the damage reduction was a bit much, especially for a sniper, so at least it's a little bit better now. See, I told you he was strong as a bull. That was a fully packed M107A1. Oh, and by the way, I'm playing on my alt account, which is why I'm level 23. Next up, the AS Val got a buff in its damage, packed magazine size, and both packed and unpacked reserve ammo. I haven't played the AS Val since I maxed it out some time ago, but I'll have to check it out again at some point. And finally, another new weapon that was just recently added is the new R8 Revolver. It comes with 8 bullets at the ready and has 80 in reserves. Key things to note on this gun are that it's powerful at 89 in damage, it has 600 for fire rate, and has 40 for recoil. And like before, adding the right attachments to this gun just gives you more damage, walking, and ADS speed. Now when the gun is packed, it becomes the Officer's 6-shooter. It has 16 at the ready and 192 in reserves. Now let's see this gun in action. One thing that I love about this gun is its equip animation. It's really cool. However, I tested this gun on both casual and hardcore, and on the latter, its effectiveness begins to fade in the late 30s. Because of this, I think that this would be a great backup weapon, but definitely not a primary. So if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely do so when you can. Well guys, as I mentioned earlier, I hope to have that grinding guide done soon, so make sure that you keep that notification bell on. Also, I'm going to be doing a sub run in this game pretty soon. If you haven't seen any of my sub runs before, they're basically challenges that I make with subscribers in the game. I never release any of the information until the day of, so that no one person can prepare for them. You can also do a search on my YouTube to find them if you're curious to see what they're all about. Anyways guys, that's it for me. As always, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless.